Yeah, what is cloud computing we have discussed here in the previous class. Just here, cloud computing is the delivery of computing services over the internet. Over the internet. So it means what? Any computing service what we need. So it is provided or delivered through what? Internet. We have seen that Microsoft has built the data centers across the globe. Amazon has built the data centers across the globe, right? So just we can place our databases, we can create our servers here in the required database. Sorry, required data center. Okay, so that no need to purchase the servers, no need to purchase operating systems, no need to purchase the hardware, everything. Generally say like while purchasing softwares, in case of purchasing softwares, I have one experience is there. Basically remember for African countries, here if you want to purchase software for African countries, just remember we can't purchase here in India. Okay, so that is yeah, we can't purchase here. See, in India, we have to purchase in Africa only. Yeah, that is licensing terms are there actually. Licensing policies are there. Here in the India office, we can't purchase softwares, Microsoft Office for African countries. Okay, that is we have to understand one point. Right. So check it like now. Yes, but that's why remember all these problems are not there, right? If you are going with cloud computing platforms, remember we don't have all these problems. If you are going with what cloud computing platforms, right? So cloud computing provides here everything. Servers are there, storage, everything are available here in the cloud data centers. Basically, remember companies offering these computing services are called cloud providers. Typically, charges are there here based on usage only. Already we know, right? Depends on usage only we need to pay. There are no extra charges here. There are no extra charges. Okay, based on usage only we have to pay here. Based on usage only we have to pay. Right. So that's why remember like today we are preferring here, most of the clients are preferring here cloud computing platforms today. Right. So next year benefits are there. We can summarize the benefits here. Hardware is there. Here means what? No need to purchase hardware, no need to install, no need to do assembling, everything here. Then global presence is there. Means what? Anywhere we can place our resources. Why? Because cloud data centers are there across the globe, right? So that's why anywhere we can place the our resources here in Australia, UK, anywhere here. No need to take permission also from Microsoft. That's why while creating the databases, remember, while creating the machines, it will ask the location. In which location we need to place. We can mention the location actually. Global presence is there. The same way like on-demand service is there, right? So we can create the services at any time. We can work with directly here. No need of any approvals from Microsoft. We can deploy the databases. We can provision the machines in a matter of minutes here. Suppose if you want to create a database, basic database in Azure, just it takes a 3 to 4 minutes time maximum. That is like scalability is there, means we can add the extra servers at any time. So scalability is one of a major benefit of cloud computing platforms. So scalability means remember we have scale up, scale down activities are there. We can do at any time here scalability enhancements we can do. Even we have auto scaling option is there. Even we can automate the scaling options also. Even we can automate the scaling options also. Scale up, scale down options we can automate also. We'll see that one. Then next one, say like broad network access. Means already we know from anywhere we can access our resources through internet here. Just we need internet connection. Then once again, say like pay as you go option is there. Initially we have seen we can create the free account, we can create initially. Later if you want to continue, what you can do, if we can convert that account into pay as you go. Different types of paid accounts are there, paid options are there. We can create here, we can go with pay as you go. Means what, depends on usage only we have to pay. Suppose let's say if you are running the server only for 8 hours, only for 8 hours only we need to pay. No need to pay like 24 hours cost. Okay, so we can create here, see already we have seen azure.microsoft.com. We can create a free account here. I will show you again. Yeah, pay as hours option is there, as well as minutes option is also there. One more option is there, BYOL. BYOL. BYOL means, remember, bring your own license. Suppose already our client has SQL Server license, for example. Then remember, almost all 49% cost is reduced. Cost is reduced here. Same thing. If you have Windows license is there already with our client, 49% cost is reduced. Yeah, pay as you minute, yes, same thing. Dependent, we have pay as you go. In that we have hours option is there, minutes option is there. Okay, so we can go with the same options. Here also we have same options. Actually, we have here more flexibility is there as compared with the AWS, especially towards SQL Server. Why? Because SQL Server is their own product, right? Microsoft product. That's why we have more flexibility is there here. This is here we can create a free trial here. I will show you again. You can also create very simple steps are there. Generally to create we need some Visa or MasterCard is required. Generally it will prompt for credit card actually for validation purpose. Indian rupees 2 rupees are deducted. Again remember they are added back to our card. Just for verification purpose here they are asking the credit card actually. Yeah, after 1 month, remember, automatically account is disabled. Microsoft is not going to charge. No need to worry. After 1 month, automatically account is disabled. Okay. Yes. Yes. That is like options are there, different options are there, hybrid compatibility. Even remember like we have some servers are there in on-premises data center, some servers are there, some storage is there. Even we can connect these servers with the servers which are there in what, Microsoft Azure. Azure here, this is our on-premises data center or local data center. We can connect, we can establish here connectivity between these two machines. Means once again, remember, for example, in always on we have configured, for example, primary replica is there here, okay, and secondary replica is there here. So we can maintain here primary replica in on-premises environment if one, secondary replica in Azure. Means what, whatever the resources are there in on-premises environment, still we can use that resources here, okay, instead of pasting the resources. That is like a hybrid compatibility is there. In the same way, high performance. For performance, remember so many options are there. One is Microsoft is saying they are using say GBPS network cards they are using, okay, for networking between the data centers. And second one's here towards storage, they are using normal HDDs they are using, as well as they are using say standard SSDs they are using, plus premium SSDs. Premium SSDs also they are using here. But slightly cost will change. Depends on which type of storage we are selecting. Slightly cost will change, but IO is very high. In case of SSDs, remember, IO is very high, performance is very high. Right. These are say like what is cloud computing, what are the benefits are there, we have seen. That is like just it is a general definition or my own definition. But if you see here, official definition is there here. What is cloud computing? We have official definition is it from NIST here. NIST official definition is a National Institute of Standards and Technology. Check here, cloud computing is a model for enabling convenient on-demand network access, right? At any time through internet here, we can access our resources. Once again, here to a shared pool of configurable computing resources here. See, in the data centers, remember, they are maintaining a pool of configurable computing resources. Means what? Suppose you want one server, just we can configure, we can start using. Okay, no need to install from scratch. Just configure, set the name, set the IPs, yeah, set the size of the machine and start using. That can be rapidly provisioned and released with minimal management effort or service provider interactions here. Means what? Very fastly we can provision, and here no need to interact for service provider for everything. Anything we can create by our own. And maintenance is also very less here. Maintenance is also very less. This is your first part of the definition. Second part of the definition is this cloud model composed of 5 essential characteristics, 3 service models and 4 deployment models here. Okay, 5 essential characteristics are there, 3 service models are there, 4 deployment models are there here. Okay, so 5 essential characteristics are there, we'll see. But yesterday we have seen these 3 service models we have seen yesterday, right? What are the service models are there? 3 service models: infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, software as a service. Yes, see, 3 service models are there. Yes, so that is like yeah, and 4 deployment models are there. Once again we'll see. By default, remember, whenever we are saying cloud computing platform, it refers to public cloud actually. Public cloud means what? Microsoft has established the data center. We can place our resources in that shared data center, right? Shared. My company resources are there, other client resources are there, other client resources are there in the same data center. That's why we are calling it as what? Public data center. Means public cloud. Means for everyone. As well as remember, like we can ask Microsoft to build the cloud data center in our on-premises environment also. Means local data center with the cloud features. Okay, so they will build here in our on-premises environment also, which is called private cloud. Especially remember for government organizations plus banking. So generally they can go with the private cloud here, but very huge cost it is. Means private cloud is also called as single tenant, okay, platform. Single tenant means what? Only for that particular company only. Public cloud is for single tenant or multiple tenants. Public cloud. Public cloud is multi-tenant or single tenant. Yes, yes, multiple. Tenant means, for example, clients or users or companies. So why? Because multiple clients here, my company can place the resources. They can use the resources from the public cloud data center. Another company also can have their own servers. Another company can have their own databases, right? Yes, that's why remember it is a multi-tenant here, public cloud. In the same way, we have hybrid cloud is there. Just now we have seen. In case of hybrid clouds here, we can combination of public plus private is called here hybrid cloud. Combination of public and private is called hybrid clouds here. Okay, so in the same way we have community cloud is there basically for related community yeah, organizations like anything like hospital community, a schools community, anything here like community cloud. But remember, whenever we are saying cloud computing platform, it refers to generally public clouds here, where everyone can place the resources. Right, right. Check here like five essential characteristics are there. What are the five essential characteristics here? So one is here on-demand self-service, right? Yeah, we can create the resources at any time by our own. Broad network access is there. We can access the resources from anywhere. Okay. Then rapid elasticity is here, which is very, very important feature of cloud computing platforms. Elasticity means what? We can increase the capacity, we can decrease the capacities here. Suppose today I'm using 32 GB RAM server. Let's say I want to increase it to 64 GB. For example, let's say Flipkart is saying we have sale between 5 to 10. For example, at that time we have huge queries are there, huge transactions are there, right? So at that time, what I can do, I can increase the server to 64 GB RAM server. After that, again, we can decrease back to 32 GB. That is the scalability or elasticity. One of a major feature of your cloud computing platforms. And see, measured services are there. Means what depends on usage only. We have to pay. No need to pay fixed amount. Measured services. Resource pools are there. What are the resources we need? Servers, database servers, application servers, storage, networks, VPNs. All these are there here. Like resources are available for us. That is like yeah. What is cloud computing platform? Five major characteristics of what cloud computing platform. Right. Same thing we have seen three major services. We have seen infrastructure as a service where Microsoft will provide the infrastructure. Means servers, storage, networking components, what we want. Then PaaS is their platform as a service. Means here Microsoft will provide the infrastructure plus platform, right? Suppose let's say in case of PaaS, we have seen yesterday, directly we can create our database also directly. We can migrate the on-premises database also directly. No need to install SQL Server. Already SQL Server is there. Means hardware plus platform is there. Once again, remember SaaS is there, software as a service. Means we have seen as a IT company, I can take IaaS or PaaS services from Microsoft. We'll add our own applications. We'll provide that application as a SaaS application. These are like we have seen Office 365 or some Excel sheet, something in the Google. Those are your SaaS application. Means what? No need to download anything. No need to install in our local laptops. Okay, this also like that's why remember for SQL Server we can implement in IaaS as well as here in PaaS environments. Right, right. So these are say like yeah, in case of traditional IT, everything we have to maintain here, hardware, networking, storage, everything. Whereas in case of IaaS, so networking, storage, servers, virtualization, these are maintained by the cloud provider. OS we can maintain if want, middlewares, runtime, databases, applications we have to maintain. Only Microsoft responsibility is what? They will provide the hardware with virtualization. Whereas in PaaS, we have middleware runtimes also Microsoft will provide. Means what? SQL Server software, Oracle. Okay, so application servers, web servers, everything Microsoft will provide. Directly, we have to focus on deploying our databases plus applications here. Okay, here see, no need to install SQL Server. Already Microsoft has installed SQL Server here. In case of SaaS here, software as a service, everything is handled by the provider. Provider means already we have seen from Microsoft will take IaaS or PaaS up to here. We'll add our own databases, our own application that will provide it to the end users, non-IT companies as a SaaS application. Okay, these are say like three major services are there. This is the summary we have seen. Cloud computing has five essential characteristics, three service models, and four deployment models. Right. Generally, say like we have seen, like in case of for SQL Server as a SQL Server DBA, we have this exam is there here, DP 300. DP 300 exam is there where Microsoft is testing these yeah, knowledge here domains. So deploying Azure SQL databases, 20% questions are there. Securing Azure SQL databases means security, 20%. Monitoring and maintaining, 20%. Implementing HADR, okay, high availability and disaster recovery for Azure SQL, 20%. Migrating here. Migrating is also important for us. Migrating from on-premises environment to what? Azure environment, 20% here. These are like main modules are there here, which they are testing in the DP 300 exam. Okay, right. Already we have discussed like uh, we have like one of my friends exam center is there. Actually today everything is online. You can attend online also directly from home. You can go to the center also. We can attend exams here. Right, right. So then say like 1 second. Yes. So that's why if anyone needs the exam, please ping me. Yeah, I will provide you the details so you can attend online also from any fairs here. Yeah, if anyone knowledge SQL DB, they pass DB. Yeah, very easy. Already, I think one of our student, previous student, that has finished already exam. So if anyone has SQL DB knowledge, almost all, they can pass this exam, he say. Yeah, right. Yeah, we'll take the help from you, dependent, maybe some terms, something. Okay, right. I have also some terms are there. I can share actually to whom they, if someone needs the terms of this exam. Right. Right. Check here. Next one. After that, we have seen like yeah, demo we have seen yesterday, like how to create a database in Azure, Microsoft Azure. Very simple steps we have seen. Yeah, creating a database in Microsoft Azure. Very fastly, I will show you once again, but later we'll see in detail step by step. Okay, just for demo purpose, that's why just like a overview, see. But later, once we start our concepts, Azure SQL database, there we'll see step by step. Check here. First, I will connect to the portals here, portal.azure.com. Okay, so check here, portal.azure.com. Okay, actually, yes, that's why already we have said like we can create our own account also. We can start working with. Here, see, if I connect to portal, here, see, we have Microsoft has listed some of the main services here. Already we know in any cloud computing platform, yeah, uh, cloud providers are providing the resources in the form of services, right? In the form of services. Check here, like we have so many services are there here. App service is it? App service is basically for whom? For application developers like .NET, Java, PHP, Android app services. Okay, directly they can deploy the applications. It may be web applications as well as mobile applications. Then say like database services are there here. This is for our team members here for DBAs. Database developers, DBAs can use this service here, database service. So this Azure, this here, SQL databases comes under here PaaS. Means what directly we can create the database, no need to install SQL Server. Already platform is ready, SQL Server is ready, directly we can install, we can create databases. Like this, different services are there. We'll see one by one. All these are important services for us. Virtual machine is important for us. Storage account we have to see briefly. Virtual networks we'll see. Azure Active Directory we'll see. Okay, which is important for us. This is similar to like our local AD, local Active Directory. Then we have some monitoring and automation services are there. We'll see. Let's say if I want to create a database directly in PaaS, platform as a service. One question is there, could we create Azure free trial by using debit card? One question is there. So we can create also, but generally Microsoft will accept credit card. When we create, if you use some company account, then it allows by using debit card also. If you are using some company account. But yeah, better to use credit card by because automatically after 1 month account is disabled. Maybe any card account is disabled automatically. They will never charge. Like here, if you want to create a database directly in Microsoft Azure, just here we can go to this here SQL databases. SQL databases. Already here I have created 3 databases. Yesterday we have created this here hospital database. Very fastly have created, but I will create once again here new database. Check here. Subscription I am using free trial. Resource group. Generally here see like we'll group everything here in the form of resource groups. Means what tomorrow if we want to destroy everything, we can destroy it, we can delete these resource groups here. Once we delete this resource group, everything is destroyed. Everything is destroyed here once we delete the resource group. Okay, okay, right, right. Now say like yeah. Now, sir, like once it is, yeah, check here. I will create. We can create a resource group also. Just very simple. Let's say I'm saying resource group for SQL DB 100. Something's here. We'll see in detail later. Okay. No need to worry. Yes, Mahesh. Yeah. Later, sir, what I'm doing, I'm creating a database here. Database name it is asking. Just students, I'm saying any database. Select a server here. It is saying select a server, not install the server, right? Already Microsoft has installed SQL Server. Just we have to create a endpoint. Just we have to create what? Endpoint. Through that endpoint, we can access the databases here, our databases. Okay, that is like understood, right? Yeah. So that is like yes. So generally, like here, see, I'm not creating the server here. Like we'll create a endpoint here. Just one question is that database data file and log file is stored in the cloud storage or not? Yes, yes, everything is in the cloud storage only, right? Mahesh, we'll see. Check here. Create a new AMC. Create new means remember we are not installing SQL Server. Once again, remember already Microsoft has installed SQL Server. Just we are creating a endpoint here for connecting our databases. Okay, suppose here optimize 55. I am saying any name, just uniqueness purpose. Check here the server name. It is verifying whether it is available or not. But name is already in use. It is saying something here. Okay, it is available. It is saying what is the server name means to access this database. What is the name I have to use here? Optimize 53 dot database dot windows dot net. See here, understood, right? opt 53 dot database dot windows dot net here. Okay, so then here server admin. Okay, once again, don't confuse anything. The term is there, server admin means what? Only our server means to access these databases. This is our admin account. In which location you want to place this database server, it is asking. You want to place this database in which region, it is asking. By default, here East US is there. Actually, here see in India, we have three regions are there actually. Three regions. One is what? One is Chennai, second one is Pune, third one is Mumbai. South, Central, West. Okay, three regions are there here. We can place, generally remember as a best practice, remember we can't place the databases anywhere. We have to place the database where our client is from. Suppose our client is from India, we have to place in our regions only. Okay, right. Okay, yeah. Next here, like we have elastic pool is there. We'll discuss later. Here, see, compute plus storage means database should grow up to how much size it is saying. I want to make grow database size up to 250 GB, 10 DTUs per second. See here, 10 database transaction units per second. Per second here, parallelly 10 queries are executed per second. Here, minimum 10 queries are executed per second. For example, check here, its cost is we have seen $15 per month. So here we can change the sizes also. This its cost is here $15 per month up to 250 GB. If I go with basic again, we have 5 transactions per second. Maximum database size is 2 GB. Its cost is $5 here per month. At any time we can change the sizes. Remember, no need that it is fixed actually. At any time we can change the sizes. Understood, right? Yes. So even online process it is changing the this pricing tier is a online process. We'll see later. So okay, yeah, in premium we have like a 1 TB database can grow what up to 1 TB. Its cost is very high in premium. Okay, right. These are the very basic information we are entering here. We'll see that pricing tier differences I will show again. Okay, preview, just summary it is saying, price it is saying, create. Yes. Just here it will create actually empty database, it will create with one endpoint. After, remember, after like 3 minutes, almost also 3 to 4 minutes maximum it will take. So endpoint is created, empty database is created. We can connect from anywhere here. But before connecting, we have to add the IP from where you are connecting. So that IP we have to add in the Windows firewall. Here we have firewall is there. In the firewall we have to add the IP. Once we add the IP, then you can log in to this database. Just check in your machine what is my IP by saying sir what is my IP. Just copy paste this in the chart panel. If you have SSMS, you can log in from your laptops here to this database. Only I have to update your IPs from where the connection should be accepted. Okay, so even I want to connect to this database through SSMS, for example, here. Another batch we are discussing security concept. Right. Check it like we can add even like I can add actually here for Azure SQL database we have some other options are there here. Azure Active Directory, Azure Active Directory password integrated. In security we'll see these options. Now we are going with the SQL Server authentication. Yeah, still deployment is going on. Meanwhile, in your machine, if we have SSMS, then you can see the IP by typing like this in Google. You can just yeah, put in the chart. I will add that IP here in the firewall. You can also log in. Check it. Success it is saying. Deployment was completed successfully. If I say go to resource, here see we can see here database name is students, right? SQL database. This is our server name. See, okay. But remember, first we have to configure what firewalls here. I'm setting the server firewall. Here by default, my IP it is showing. Same we have seen here 103 something here. Same IP it is showing. Just I'm saying add client IP means this IP is added in the firewall. Here added successfully. Save. Like this here we can add here your machine IPs also. Suppose if you check the IP, just some name, same IP, start end, we can put the same IP. Like this here, once we add the IP here, then you can also connect, for example. Right, so here, one after clicking add client IP, Just have click on save button. Okay. Now remember I can connect to this database, students database through this server here name. Check here, click on this, copy this server, type here in the place of server name. Then say just now I have created some login name password, connects here. Right, connected successfully through SSMS. Check here, I can work with that students database. We can take here new query, we can work with same similar to our normal databases. Right, some things here inserted, like same thing, how we'll work with our normal databases, we can work with. Right. Check here like connection strings are there here. Suppose let's say to connect to this database from .NET, Java, any application remember, we can provide this connection string to our application developers. So this is for .NET developers, Java developers like this here. So we can provide this connection string so that they can connect here. Okay, that application servers where the PHP website is it, .NET website is there in which server, that server's IP address we have to add in the firewall. Server's IP address. Price, we have seen a pricing tier is there, we can change later also. Location is there, where is this database? State is online, free trial I'm using. Okay, so check here see query editor is there. In portal also remember we can work with the commands like SSMS. Check here with basic commands we can work from here itself. See here query editor option is there. Check here I have logged in successfully. We can work from here also here with the basic commands here. Run. Two records are there. Same thing we can work with the commands we have to understand here. Anything, same things here, select and run. Yes. So we can import the query also. We can export also, like save the query. We can do all the activities here. Open one more new query. We can do all the activities. Understood it? With query editor, we can work with the commands here itself in the portal. Right, right. So we have so many other features we can configure and see. Once again, DTU utilization it is showing 34%, 45%, 10 DTUs are there. And see, by default size, so many features are there. Later we'll see. Currently, our database size is 32 MB, but 21 MB space is used this year. Currently 32 MB, but it can grow up to how much? 250 GB, right? Yes. So that is like we can monitor our things here directly from the portal itself. We can monitor. Right. We'll see one by one in detail again. Just for demo purpose, I have shown you how we can create a database in PaaS actually. Directly we can create a database here in PaaS. Okay, right. So understood, right? Like how we are creating a Azure SQL database here. Okay, right, right. Okay, yes. Check here like now. Yeah, if I go to say Microsoft Azure is it already we know Microsoft Azure is a one of a cloud computing platform, right? From Microsoft. And already we have seen like still like AWS is leading in the market still. Okay, so but our Microsoft is there in the second place. Azure is there in the second place. But while working with SQL Server, remember, 90% clients are using Microsoft Azure, 80 to 90%. And 20% are using AWS also. It depends on their scenarios. Okay, okay. Yes, check it now. This is like Microsoft Azure is it. Microsoft Azure is an application platform for public cloud. Azure is growing collection of cloud services. Already we know, we have seen already, everything is there in the form of services. Right. Yeah. So that is like next step, the cloud services can be used by developers and IT professionals to build, deploy, and manage the applications here. Manage the applications. Right. So that is like, yeah, through global network of data centers, we can deploy anywhere with our choice of tools. We can build the applications. Okay. We can extend here on-premises data and apps also, right? If we extend on-premises data and apps, then what will happen? It becomes what? Public cloud, hybrid cloud, right? Hybrid cloud. Right. So that is like, yeah, we have to understand here like hybrid cloud with extending. Then deploy cloud on premises also, which is called as what? Private cloud, right? But cost is huge here. Protect your business, achieve global scale in your local regions means we can yeah, across the regions, we can maintain the databases, control over security is it. See, in a simple shortcut way, how Microsoft is describing the benefits of Microsoft Azure here. Immediate resources are available. Already we know we can create the machines, databases, servers, anything here immediately. Fast deployment, agility and innovation. Quickly we can move forward against with our competition. Choice of platforms are there here. Choice of platforms are there. Microsoft is yeah, that is like choice of platforms are there here. Like we have you know we can go with Windows or Linux or any platform. Tools are available. Choice of cross-platform development tools are available, frameworks are available. Then reduce cost, already we have seen capital expenditure is not there. Pay as you go option is it. Microsoft is recommending you invest the amount in other areas. You see like in a shortcut way like they are defining here like yeah, what are the benefits are there with Microsoft Azure. Okay, right. Right. Why Azure here? Already we have seen Azure provides set of significant features over other cloud platforms. Some important aspects where Azure provides better features here. PaaS capabilities are more here. See. Why? Because here all the almost all the open source softwares are available here, like MongoDB, MySQL, PostgreSQL, whatever the open source databases are there. Plus, Microsoft has their own so many applications, right? SQL Server, BizTalk Server, so many servers are there. Okay, so their own application frameworks are there. .NET capabilities are there. We can do any customizations through .NET. So security offerings are there. Different levels of securities are there. We'll see hybrid solutions we can build that we have seen. Integrated environment, even we can integrate with other cloud platforms also. Less cost as compared with the competitors. So this is always Microsoft business strategy, where we'll go with generally less cost with the competitors. More data centers here across the globe, right? More data centers are there across the globe as compared even today. If you compare, if you see AWS cloud infrastructure, so our Microsoft has more data centers. Then beneficial to existing Microsoft customers already we have seen, means 49% cost is reduced. Check here, Microsoft has listed here some of their clients here who are using today Microsoft Azure officially. They have listed here, see, some of the clients. Azure data centers are there here. What are the common features are there with Azure data centers? Already we have seen global presence almost all in most of the locations here. We have data centers are there. Previously we have seen Azure global infrastructure. You type here global infrastructure. Check here global network. See here, almost all yesterday also we have seen almost all everywhere data centers are there here throughout the globe, except in Africa and North Asia. Yeah, almost all here, all the developed countries. Even here they are coming with a huge number of new regions here with these dots. New regions here. So many large number of new regions they are building here, coming up data centers. Right. The same way here, like by default redundancy and recovery is there here. See, no need to configure by our own. Here, see, for redundancy purpose here, we have LRS option is there here, locally redundant storage, geo redundant storage here. Means what? This is my Chennai region. In that we have 3 data centers, right? So my database is there in one data center. Same copy is automatically maintained here in other data centers also by default. That is called what? LRS here, locally redundant. Locally redundant means what? Within the same region. Within the same region. No problem. One bit will continue. Yeah, this is the last point we are discussing. Anyhow, I will close the session now. Okay, thank you very much. Right. So in the same way, GRS is there, geo redundant. In another region also, same copy of our resources are maintained in different region also. Here, this is Chennai region, this is Mumbai region. In Mumbai region also same copy of resources are maintained in case of what? GRS. Even this complete region outage is there, no problem. Users still our resources are available here. That is like LRS and GRS options are there. Environment sustainability. Normally, we know that our data centers are not causing any global warming, anything. Right. That's like just we have started with Microsoft Azure. I have shown you how to create a database in PaaS. Azure data SQL database. We'll continue from here again. Tomorrow, we'll see the services one more time. I will show you creating the account. Okay. Then we'll see the summary of SQL Server. What are the options are there for SQL Server. We have seen three options are there. One is Azure SQL database, then SQL managed instance option is there for SQL Server, and Azure SQL VM. Three options are there. What are the major differences are there? In which scenarios we have to go with which option? That we'll see. After that, we'll start with first one, Azure SQL database, one by one. Okay, right.